Hey everybody, welcome to week 1 of these training journals. It's been a struggle just to get here, but I'm excited to kick things off and see if we can get through at least 1 week and then see where things go from there. This week rounded out the month of May, and also an unofficial goal that I had of averaging 1,000 feet of elevation gained per day during the month, this time without sustaining a debilitating injury in the process. Other than that, the plan was to try to take advantage of an open schedule to run with other people and also land somewhere around 40 miles at the end of the week before my day off on Sunday. Monday kicked things off with an amazing run up to the end of Perseverance Trail with my daughter. The weather was perfect. It was a great mix of a little bit of warmth and some coolness, a little bit of sprinkles and some sunshine. We ended up logging 6.5 miles and 1,300 feet of elevation gained and lost. Running with my daughter is something that I always savor. Tuesday was a long and grindy effort that started at my doorstep and took me all the way to the quote-unquote end of Nugget Creek Trail, including a brief side trip where I got lost from the trail a little bit while I was going over a huge downed tree. The run starts out over pretty runnable terrain for the first 2.5 miles before it hits one side of East Glacier Loop for a climb up to the start of Nugget Creek Trail. And then Nugget Creek Trail is a pretty technical track, slows things down a lot, and towards the very end of it, things get nice and steep again. Altogether, on the way out and back, including getting to go down the alternate side of the East Glacier Loop Trail, I ended up with 12.3 miles and just about 1,600 feet of elevation gain. I was definitely ready for a recovery run on Wednesday, which doubled as some quality outside time with my wife. We covered a portion of the same route that I ran the previous day, including Under Thunder Trail, the Powerline Trail, and a little bit of trails around Steep Creek. We ended up at 5.3 miles and just about 350 feet of ascent. My friend John and I were looking forward to our Thursday run all week, one where we would reprise a run from a couple weeks earlier where we didn't quite make it up to the tram station on Mount Roberts. This time, we ended up meeting near where John works, somewhere in between downtown and Basin Road. We did make it up to the tram station in just enough time to turn around and head back down for the end of the lunch break. It was another day of great weather for trail running and the big climb. Altogether, we got just over 2,000 feet of vertical gain in about 5.3 miles, counting running back down into downtown before coming back up to Basin Road for me at the end of the run. One of the super awesome things about my summer running is being able to run on other people's schedule pretty much anytime I need to. Have to do a lot of running solo through the winter and the school year. Summer is a great time for running with family and friends. Going into the last day of May, I was already at 33,600 feet of vertical gain for the month. So I had met my original goal of averaging 1,000 feet a day already. And I thought, why not go for 35,000 feet on the month? That would put me a little bit ahead of what I did exactly a year ago. So I thought it was worth a try. I headed out to West Glacier Trail and did convince myself to repeat a lap of the steeper section of that trail to try to get to that vert goal. Unfortunately, I decided I would turn around when I ran into a large tourist group that I would have been passing for the third time. And since I don't really know what kind of climbing I've done on a run mid-run, I made it back to the car to find that I came up a little bit short of hitting that 35,000 feet for the month. In 6 miles, I got a little over 1,100 feet of ascent, and that put me at 34,800 feet of elevation gained during the month in about 194 miles of running. On Saturday, I was really just trying to work hard before my day off. I went down on a section of the trail that I had already run on Tuesday and part of it again on Wednesday. It's a route that I've done maybe 100 times in the last several years. It gives me 8 miles and right around 1,000 feet of vert. All in all, it was a great week and a great way to kick off the summer. We'll have to wait and see whether these video logs of weekly training are really bringing value to anyone and whether I can manage pulling it off for the rest of the weeks in this summer or not. The process is not as easy to pull off solo as seasoned creators on YouTube make it look. But right now, I'm committed to keep things going, so check back in next week for a recap of how things go in week 2 of summer trail training. Thanks so much for watching. Also, comment below to let everyone know what you're looking forward to on the running trails this summer, and we'll catch you next time.